7:46 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Wednesday, January 11th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Florida for the next several days. One of the big stories here, and yes, we're going to talk about XRP pumping up just over 36.5 cents. I believe right now it's at about 0.363. We're pushing up to that 371 symmetrical triangle, that break point, something we've talked about. We're going to see if it continues to play true, but the story of the day and the story of the week and the story of the month and maybe the story of the year, and this could be the first domino to drop, as I've talked about Tether for so long that I think it's going to depeg from the dollar. I think it's going to be the world's biggest, or the biggest stable coin in the U.S. to finally collapse. And when that happens, it's not just going to be USDT that gets affected. Exchanges around the world are going to go, holy shit. And it's almost like that quantitative easing with the US dollar. In crypto, they use Tether to inflate their books. They use Tether to make it look like they have more cash on hand than they really do. And now, this is the first domino to drop, I believe. Crypto.com delist Tether's USDT stablecoin for Canadian users. Now, they haven't actually delisted it yet, and you'll find out more. It's for the end of the month, I believe January 31st. The move comes after the Canadian Securities Administrators committed to the stronger oversight over crypto exchanges following the demise of FTX. Crypto.com, one of the world's top exchanges by volume, will delist Tether dollar-linked stablecoin USDT from its trading platform for users in Canada, according to an email sent from by the firm to customers. The company made the decision in accordance with instructions from the Ontario Securities Commission, OSC, as part of our pre-registration undertaking for a restricted dealer license. A spokesperson for the exchange said, all USDT trading pairs, transactions, deposits, and withdrawals will be delisted by 1 p.m. Eastern Time on January 31st. The email continues, all remaining USDT user deposits on the exchange after that time will be converted to Circle-issued USDC. Crypto.com's action comes as regulators around the world are increasing their scrutiny of centralized exchanges in the wake of the collapse of FTX and as competition between the top stablecoins grow. The Canadian Securities Administration, CSA, the country's top securities regulatory body, consisting of regulators from 10 provinces and 3 territories, said last month it would strengthen its oversight over crypto exchanges by expanding existing requirements for trading platforms operating in the country. The CSA said that it continues to monitor and assess the presence and role of stablecoins in Canadian capital markets, according to a press release. Okay, welcome back, everybody. And as you can see, our focus is firmly on XRP this morning. Well, not firmly, because we have to pay attention to the USDT. We have to pay attention to the delisting in Canada on Crypto.com. And what's the fallout going to be besides Crypto.com? Because in Canada, it's going to be a big domino effect. And does this lead further than just Canada? And with these exchanges in Canada looking like by the 31st, right now it's just Crypto.com. Well, maybe not just Crypto.com, but what I just read. But how many dominoes fall now? So it's going to be a very big thing that's going to happen on January 31st. Now, did the whole crypto market pump? And is this happening because we know what's about to happen? Or it remains to be seen. Right now, though, what we've seen is we've come back. Man, these ads are going to kill me. The downtrending resistance at 363. It's actually, like I said, I prefer the 371 as my overall, but this is, in fact, a pattern that has played out. If I bring it into the 4 hour, that's the extension in the pattern. It's the extension of the pattern. You're in a bear flag, extending triangle. If you break over this, and the break point I still believe is 371. It can come up there. It's filled out that part of the pattern. But I believe the breakout point, if you can break 371, that's when you get some real business happening. And you can see we broke the 355, pushed up. Everything we talked about. And when we went down between the 344 and 348, I said we're going to see if we can get a rejection at 355, or in fact we go up to 371. The one thing I've been talking about as well is if you break the 371, and there's still room to go. You haven't broke it yet. But if you ever did break this and then you break past the 39.40 cent mark, this would be your next logical choice, would be to come up to 44 cents. That is so far out of the way that we have to wait. Like I've been saying, I don't know if it can get that high in this exact move. It seems to me that this bearish continuation pattern is going to play out lower than 44 cents. 371 to me is a very strong starting point, unless we can pick up some significant volume. And XRP, let's be honest, at least for one candle we did. For one 4-hour candle, I mean, it's not significant, but it was 13 million in volume, and it helped push us through. While the problem was on the very next candle, our volume cut by 2/3. That's never a good sign when you're trying to continue on. Now, we are on the top of the 200-day and the 4-hour right now. So if we can stay above, and it's going to end up using that 355, if we can stay above the 355 as a support structure, then we might be able to break out and break over the top and then push some of these other structures. But even if you were able, and this is what I was trying to say last week before we been pushed up, even if you're able to break these areas and get all the way to the top side, you would have to break out of this 46.3 area to even get outside of this sphere. There's the 43, 44 cents underneath that, but you would have to break outside. That's why there's so much room here if it did want to run and have some kind of majestic rally here. But it's just you have to be very careful. And like I said, right now, we haven't broke outside of here. This is more like the 362 area now that we're competing with, as you can see, now that we've fallen back within. Once you get back above here and hold this 362 area, then you have the 371, which we've already met. You break that, then you've got around the 39.3 level, and then you break that. I understand there's the 40 and 42 cent you can talk about, but 44 cents would be the next big area. Now, if this were to continue to be rejected from this level at 371, underneath you have 355, then you have 348, 344, 335. Those are your immediate three supports. The immediate three resistances right now are 371. While your closest support is the 362, and that's what we're going to try to maintain early on this morning. So just remember that. And then over the top, if we can break 371, then we could open it up to around 40 cents if we hold 371. And then obviously, then you can get up to that 44 cent level if you can hold that level as well. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, and I'm not even saying it's probable. I'm just giving you the numbers. I do this every single day because I truly care about what I do. I have a passion for this, and I honestly, there's nothing more I want to do. So I have a goal. I've been met. I'm trying to continue to reach and preach the message that I have, what I've learned, what I've uncovered. And honestly, the easiest and best thing you can do for me is hit that like button and share this on social media. Not very many people join Tom's Army these days, and I get that. We don't get very many donations, and I also get that. But I believe with hard work and dedication and determination, I offer you three things that nobody else can. The consistency, the truth, and this. We're going to be the only community that hits 2 successive bull runs, but you would have already had to have been building up. We're not only going to hit the precious metals market, bull market. Right after that, we're going to hit the biggest bull market in the history of the ISO coins, and it's going to run on a simultaneous thing. It may take until 2025 for us to ultimately see what I'm talking about, and I said that in 2021, and everybody lost their shit. But now that we're starting 2023, we've went all through 2022 together. We went 9 months through 2021 together. So we've been together. This is our 22nd month, and I've been preaching the same damn thing. In 2025, I will know who's being real. I will know who's staying true, and I will know who legitimately showed the faith in me, not by what you've said, not by the money you've sent, because most have never sent a dime, not by your membership in Tom's Army, because let's face it, we have over 15,350 people in this audience. I've barely got 200 people in Tom's Army, so if you want to make sure I don't lose mental stability, if you have the ability to join Tom's Army, you will not let this fall under 200 members of Tom's Army and put it up to my hands. Because if I got to do advertising and shit, I'll do it. I just don't want to do it. Period. So join Tom's Army. You don't want to see this show turn into a FUD spectacular bowl of bullshit, which it won't. But I would hate to even have a, hey, this show's sponsored by so-and-so, that I can keep the fucking lights on because I don't get the support of my broader audience. I don't want to have to do updates like that, but I will. Hashtag the FUD stops here. Video description below if you want to join me on Mexi or BitGet. No spot fees. Learn from my mistakes. There's simply no reason in today's age of crypto to go on and get fucking bent over a railing when you buy or sell. You shouldn't have to pay the spot fees. Look in my video description below. Mexi or BitGet will satisfy your needs. They have the ISO coins. Look at your area of the world you live in. And then consider joining Tom's Army. Keep me out ahead by not wavering on the support. Hashtag the FUD stops here. And hashtag be better, do better, period.